Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into Northland Basketball. Welcome to Holbrook High School tonight. This is Tony Munoz Gymnasium and Buttonholzer Court, the site of tonight's big 3A first-round playoff basketball game. And it's also the home of the Holbrook Roadrunners. We welcome you in, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons. I get to call the play-by-play on this one tonight. And a big, big matchup at the playoffs. The Holbrook Roadrunners taking on the Snowflake Lobos. And Holbrook checks in as the number 7 seed in the 3A tournament. Snowflake is the number 10 seed. The winner of this moving on to the next round of play. That'll be on Friday, and it will be a 7 p.m. game at the home of the higher seed. If Payson beats ALA West Foothills, Payson the number 2 seed, Payson would host the winner of this game. If ALA West Foothills upsets Payson tonight, then the winner of this game would host that playoff game coming up on Friday. Meanwhile, Snowflake starters are being announced. And you see them out there. You saw Jacob Leduc. He wears jersey number 11. He gets a starting call from head coach Matt Smith and the Snowflake Lobos. Also in that starting lineup for Snowflake includes number 14, Jaron Woodside. Number 5, Gian Jones is a starter. So is number 0, Landon Clare. And I'll give you the final starter. That's number 20. That's Jet. Yeah, we welcome you into Holbrook, everybody. The opening tip just a moment away. It will be Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. I do need to make a change. Number 15 is Amari Nelson. He gets a start. So we have that change in the lineup tonight for the Roadrunners, which did not initially match my book. Had him wearing a different number. So I will make some updates right here for you. And I think we are, for the most part, we are set as the opening tip is controlled. You saw Travis Baya for Holbrook and Gian Jones for Snowflake jumping. A little bit of a mismatch size-wise. And predictably, Snowflake opens with the possession of this basketball. Jet Udall in the paint, kicks it. Gian Jones is wide open, and that shot is money for Snowflake. Gian Jones with a big 3 to start things out tonight here in Holbrook. On the angle right side, number 15, Amari Nelson, cut off on the baseline, gets it back outside, and the Roadrunners reset the offense. This right here, number 5, Braylon Tolliman on the dribble. And now Nelson with the lefty release, and he matches. A beautiful shot, and the Roadrunners are on the board. Big shot make, Amari Nelson. We got a 3-3 tie to start this thing out. And in the close confines of Munoz Gymnasium, the Roadrunner fans making a lot of noise. There's Landon Clare with his shot that goes. It's good. And so both teams successful on their opening salvos. Here's the first miss of this one, and it's going to tip out off of Nelson. It belongs to Snowflake. And we'll get back into the action here as you take a look there. Matt Smith, head coach of Snowflake. And now his floor leader out there, Landon Clare, feeds the ball inside. That one is knocked around, and Jacob Leduc gets tied up. Possession, Roadrunners. Head coach Delmar Johnson, somewhere in the midst of all of that. And I talked to Coach Johnson before the game. I said, what do you have to do? He said, well, I have to play defense. And we have to rebound. Defense and rebound, he feels that's the most important thing. Now, what he didn't say, as you get a travel right there, yeah, that's steps. Jaron Woodside took the extra. maybe not the guy they want out in front of transition, but he was the guy out there. and he grabbed that extra step on the way in. Holbrook gets the ball back. What Coach Johnson didn't say, and I will say, is that his team, you watch the release and another three. His team's got to hit those right there. Manny Guerrero lands a three. I believe for Holbrook to win any games at this point of the playoffs, this point forward, they're always going to play tough competition, and they're going to play big teams. So you watch this one, rim off, no good. Leduc rips down the rebound. Snowflake will have possession out to Landon Clare. The Roadrunners in front by one. There's an adjustment, nice adjustment by Landon. And look at the dart across the paint. Great pass as well. He drew the defense and he gave Leduc a little bit of room to shoot. And Jacob Leduc got fouled. The guy that got him is Travis Maya, an early foul on the most critical guy on that Holbrook roster. It's a team game, we all know that, but let's just face it, some guys bring a value to your team, a value to the game that simply is extraordinary, especially in comparison as you watch both foul shots off the mark there for the Lobos. I'm going to go back to what I said about the Roadrunners. Coach Johnson saying his team's got to rebound and they got to play defense. Well, they got to hit threes, and here's another try, and that's another make from the left corner. Just got to hit those threes. And this is what I said to our Sports Zone crew as you watch Landon Clare get his second off the glass. Second bucket made. Snowflake keeping pace. Here's what I told our crew coming in. That you're going to get, that's a player control foul all day long. Braylon Tolliman, he telegraphed his intentions, and he picked up his first foul of the game. There was no question about that. So, our score here 9-7. I put the over-under on how many threes the Roadrunners would have to make in this game to win, to beat the bigger and really more athletic Snowflake team. As you watch that great defensive play from behind, Braylon Tolliman rejecting the shot of Jaron Woodside. We're talking about telegraphing. That was a little telegraphed. How about that big shot? Braylon Tolliman lands one. 4 threes to start the game for the Roadrunners. They're up by 5. Snowflake wants a timeout. This is Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Perkins Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Perkins Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Snowflake running with the ball after the timeout. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. And the Lobos going to work here, down by 5. Baseline move by Jet Udall. Great defense by Travis Baya in tandem with his teammate. I think that was Manny. It was Manny Guerrero, and they had Udall bookended right there, rejected the shot, and that's what they have to do. It's kind of defense Holbrook's going to have to play. It doesn't matter who their opponent is from this point forward in the postseason. The Roadrunners working that baseline, and the little wraparound pass is taken away by Snowflake. Jones running too hard off the glass, got it back. Second try, no good. He is going to continue battling, and it's tipped to Jacob Leduc. Left side from the angle. That three-point try for Clare, no good, and it's tied up on the rebound. Baya and Leduc wrestling for the basketball. So I'm going to go back again. My over-under on how many threes the Roadrunners would have to make to win this game. My over-under, 9.5. And really a large part of me said 12 is the number. Got to make 12, but I feel like if the Roadrunners make 10, as you watch a three-point try for Snowflake come up short, Jones unable to connect. But I put the number at 3.5, and the Roadrunners are already sitting at 4. 100% of their points coming from outside the arc, and that's what Holbrook has to do. They have to hit their shots. In the pregame warm-ups, it was Snowflake that was really hot from outside in the warm-ups. Our technical director, his name is Colby Maxwell. Colby said Snowflake made 13 in a row, 13 three-point tries in a row in warm-ups. You get a player-controlled foul against Gian Jones right there. And all that does is just electrify the Holbrook fans. And so this place, which is just a amplifier for everything that every noise that fans make, you know, with the block walls, the tight confines. It's not a big arena. Oh, look at this. Look at the pick and roll to perfection. Amari Nelson with the assist and the first points of the game for Travis Baya. How about this? Travis, so valuable, so important to Holbrook. And Travis gets his first points. His team already having a dominating first quarter. And those are his first points. Just shows you his team picked him up nicely. Get an aggressive drive by Landon Clare and tipped out off Snowflake. And the Roadrunners are going to have another chance right here with the basketball. So it was the Snowflake that really was shooting the ball well in warm-ups. And, of course, you're always kind of hoping you don't shoot your way out of a hot start by spending all those makes in your warm-ups. But, you know, that's also kind of a mythological thing. It's not a real thing. Ball at the top of the key for Snowflake. Liam Brewer gives it up. Here is Landon Clare. Now Leduc. And his bounce pass. Finds Brewer, back to Leduc, inside, and that's going to get lost out. Somebody touch it? And they say no. I thought maybe that might have glanced off one of the Roadrunners, but the officials did not agree with that. So, early on, Holbrook has doubled up Snowflake. Tolliman in a little bit of trouble, throws it away. Yeah, that's a good job by Clare. And he's going to feed Gian Jones, who rolls it off with the left hand, no good, and then throws it up over the top, and he is frustrated. Gian Jones is just showing a lot of frustration right now. He is not happy with anything in this start, and that was a display, a rare display from a guy who's a great athlete, and he's been in pressure situations, a rare display of just some pressure getting to him. Here's a shot from Guerrero left side off the back iron. Tips out to the Roadrunners. They've got it back. Amari Nelson, Tolliman at the top, and Guerrero wants it again, and that's going to be partially blocked out there by Liam Brewer. Rebound inside, and Travis Baez got that inside basket. And the foul. And it's Jacob Leduc. Jacob Leduc, the guy who commits the foul. Travis Baez gets his second basket early in this game for the Roadrunners, and he's at the line to see if he can make this a 17-7 start for the Roadrunners. I was talking to Matt Smith, Snowflake's head coach, before the game. You know, what do you have to do to be successful today? Because the and one is good. What do you have to do? And he said, we have to keep Travis Baez from scoring those kinds of points right there, from getting those offensive rebounds and quick little putbacks that he's famous for. That's a big shot right there from the corner. Jet Udall. Didn't do much to quiet the crowd, just that ongoing resonant roar of this Holbrook crowd. But that's a huge shot for the Lobos, who were in a bit of a dry spell. From the top, the Roadrunners will try this. Tolliman shot no good, and there's Baez. There's Baez with that little inside rebound. He's just not supposed to be able to get those. At his size, he gets positioned so well. He's so cat quick to get the rebound, as you watch Liam Brewer answer on the other end for Snowflake. Big basket. Travis just, nobody does it better. On the offensive rebound and the putback inside for the Roadrunners. Amari Nelson controlling for Holbrook, under 20 seconds on the shot clock. Tolliman goes baseline, and he got bumped. It will not be a shooting foul. And it's Landon Clare picking up his first foul. We got 3 whistles early on against Snowflake now. Holbrook's got 2 fouls, but with 20 seconds left in the quarter, doesn't look like foul's going to figure into anything. No bonus, I doubt, bonus in 20 seconds. Into Holbrook. No shot clock for this final 15 seconds now. Delmar Johnson, Holbrook head coach, calling out instructions for his guys. And now with 7 seconds, Tolliman spins on the attack. Over to Snowflake. Lost the dribble, and from way downtown, a deep shot that is no good for Snowflake to end the first quarter here. And a great start for the Roadrunners. They lead Snowflake 19-12 in this first round 3A state quarterfinal playoff game. We'll be back in a moment, everybody, for the second quarter. It's Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints for their sponsoring partnership with Northland Basketball. They will present the halftime report when we get there, but we've got a full quarter to play right now. Second quarter underway at Tony Munoz Gymnasium. Little drive and a dish. Baya had trouble. Gets it outside for a 3-point try, and that's going to be no good out there on the attempt by Brady Basenti, who is a deadly specialist from that range. Liam Brewer at the top. He likes the look of that shot, and it's going to sail wide left, and he's going to hear about the air ball from this crowd here in Holbrook. You know, you got to love high school competition and an opportunity to hear that and play against it and rise to the occasion. That's Liam Brewer's challenge at the moment. And a tip out of bounds by Landon Clare. There is some of that bench for Snowflake. Gian Jones sitting for the moment, and the guy next to him, that legendary Snowflake head coach, former head coach, Andy Wood, is now an assistant to Matt Smith, the guy calling the action for Snowflake. Tolliman, and that's going to be a travel. Couldn't quite get rid of it, didn't have anybody on the wing. He found a nice little entry into the paint, and then it shut down by a much taller defender. And with 6:48 here on the clock in the second quarter, Snowflake back in possession. Irvin King, number 10, on the floor. Now, here's Brewer at the top. Thought about it. Nah, he doesn't want that shot. Yet Udall does, and he nails it for Snowflake. So there's a pretty solid answer right there. The second 3 of the game for Jet. He leads the Snowflake scoring with 6 points. On the other side, it's Travis Baya with 7 points, leading Holbrook scorers. Manny Guerrero's got a pair of 3s for 6 points. And that is a hard foul on Manny Rico. We haven't called Manny Rico's name early on in this game. We get to call him because he just got accosted on his way in. The whistle on Irvin King, and they said before no, I guess it is a 2-shot. It seemed like a 2-shot foul to me, but for a moment there it looked like they were going to say that he got fouled. He got fouled on the way in. Manny Rico at the line for the Roadrunners. And he hits the foul shot. Holbrook 2 out of their first 2 tries from the line as you look at that Jet Udall 3-point make again for the Lobos earlier on. And that shot good, and that's, right there, just tells the story. You got to make your shots. You got to hit everything if you're the Roadrunners. And they're going to get whistled for a hand check. It is Guerrero. First foul in the game on Guerrero. There's one of our officials tonight, Steve Bodway. Steve Bodway, a Flagstaff-ish crew. I think they're all from Flagstaff. As you watch the turnaround off the glass, no good. It's rebounded by Holbrook's Amari Nelson. We'll introduce you to all these officials here tonight. Part of this Flagstaff district. I think it's called the Flagstaff district. These officials that include all these officials that are located here in this part of the state, Holbrook and the White Mountains. Nelson reverses, pulls up on the baseline and has it tipped on the way in. I think that was partially blocked by Woodside. And a nice adjustment, and that one will fall for Landon Clare. With that, and a comeback mounting by Snowflake. Holbrook wants to try to slow it down here with 5:25 remaining in the second quarter. And a 4-point Roadrunner advantage. This is Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Back into the second quarter here, approaching 5 minutes left. In this quarter, Manny Rico on the head fake. He protects it well. Might have got some contact as well. No call on that, but it don't matter because he got the basket for the Roadrunners. Their lead 23-17. Back into the action. Floyd Simmons here with the Sports Zone and our exclusive brand of basketball called Northland Basketball. Drive, pivot, and nice fade. Landon Clare, he's got 8 points. I asked Coach Johnson for Holbrook, who did he feel like he had to stop tonight? Who did he feel like he had to kind of emphasize his defense? Well, he said that guy right there, Landon Clare. As you watch the transition attempt, no good for Gian Jones. He's just having a frustrating first half, Gian is. And I talked to the Snowflake staff. I said, who do you got? Who do you think's going to have the big game tonight? And they all agreed separately. They agreed that they thought Gian Jones was the guy that was going to have the big game, that he has been hot lately, been playing really good basketball. But there's the guy, along with Landon Clare, that's really doing it all. The third three of the game for Jet Udall. Knocking that big shot down and keeping his team right there. In fact, we're down to a 1-point game. I think Holbrook's biggest lead was 10. I think they got to 17-7 if I'm not mistaken. And the Lobos storming back now. Rico pulls up on the elbow right side, and that's going to bounce off there. No good. Brought down by Liam Brewer. And the Lobos go to work with it. Jones picks up the dribble. Now left side on the angle is Landon Clare. And he's got a little bit of space, and he takes advantage of it, and that gives Snowflake their first lead of the game. Landon Clare unfazed. Brady Basenti gave him just a little too much room, and you saw it roll in. And now the Roadrunners struggling a bit. Travis Byatt with an offensive rebound, and he gets hit. A little body contact. Snowflake fans don't agree, but I think on the replay, we might see Jaron Woodside make some contact on the body that knocked Byatt to the ground, give him these 2 shots from the foul line. and we'll see if he can tie it all up. Travis has got the first one. Woodside checks out. And into the game comes Jacob Udall back in. Udall joining Liam Brewer, Jet Udall, Gian Jones, and Landon Clare on the floor for the Lobos. Holbrook, meanwhile, is 5 out of 5 at the foul line in the first half, and they have tied the game again here at 25. Roadrunners working with Manny Rico there on defense. Here is Manny Guerrero trying to stay with Udall. Tip the dribble out, and then Udall just shoveled a pass right into Travis Baya's hands. You got Travis Baya out there, Manny Rico, Manny Guerrero, Amari Nelson, and this guy in front of us, Braylon Tolliman. Nelson now, and he is going to try to go to work on Brewer. Great job by Brewer, great feet on defense. He was not fooled. That was a pretty quick crossover move, but Brewer did not relent defensively, stayed right with him. Nelson will try to beat him this time. He goes around, and the official says he grabbed an extra step on the way in there. Holbrook fans obviously disagree. What do you expect? 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Mounts and Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report comes up at the break. Gian Jones pulls up left elbow. No good off the back iron, and Gian Jones continues to look for something to go in after he hit an early three in the game. Remember that. Roadrunners, we're going to get an offensive foul. That's going to be Travis Baya. Baya was moving violation, and he picks up his second foul, and that's obviously not so. Yeah, that's a good call by the official. There's one of our officials tonight. Steve Riggs is his name. I'm looking at the wrong screen. I guess we showed Steve a little while ago. We'll show him again here in just a bit. I'm unfamiliar with Steve. I don't know that I've ever called a game where Steve worked it. On the angle, left side, Landon Clare trying to find some space, and he drew three defenders for a moment. Had somebody open, but he couldn't find him. On the baseline, ball ends up with Jacob Leduc, and his shot no good. Rebound, Travis Baya. Holbrook with 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. Roadrunners have not rotated a lot in this game. They have settled in on their five for the most part. And I don't see any sign that anybody else is going to play in this final half a minute. Nelson trying to get the pick and roll going. Cut off by Snowflake defensively. But Holbrook gets one even better. Feed the guy in the corner, and Braylon Tolliman knocks it down. Roadrunners are back in front. They lead by 3. Brewer on the baseline. And he lost it, but they say it was knocked out by Nelson. So there's one of our officials, Brian Ecoff, calling this game here with his cohorts. And that's a big shot for Gian Jones. Take the inbound and hit one. It took him a moment. We'll see if that gets him going. Certainly know the Snowflake staff, coaching staff, expects big things in this game out of Gian Jones. There'll be a foul on Irvin King. King in for Snowflake, and he's got his second foul now with that call. There again is Steve Riggs, one of our officials here, and I assume from the Flagstaff area, as Snowflake with the rebound, unable to do anything off the Holbrook miss. And how do you like this one, huh? The first round of the boys 3As state playoffs for 2026. Tied at 28, and it is just getting hotter and literally getting hotter, but the action getting hotter out there on the floor. Can't wait for the second half. But first, a breakdown on the Mounts and Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. That's coming up in a moment. Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your best of the White Mountains 2025 Best Propane Company, Owens Energy. In fact, it's their 5th consecutive win in a row. Owens has been proudly serving our community for more than 25 years, supporting local organizations, providing dependable service, and now an official partner of the Sports Zone's Friday Night Football Show. It's all about propane at Owens Energy, a local family-owned business with friendly, reliable service right here in Arizona's White Mountains. Owens Energy, your White Mountains propane provider.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch health care. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so, so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Yeah, it's halftime, everybody, and we are at Holbrook High School. This is Tony Munoz Gymnasium, and it is Budenholzer Courts. We call this Budenholzer Courts. named after the Budenholzer family. And two very famous, actually three very famous Budenholzers. I mean, I would say of the most famous members of the family, led by the patriarch Vince Budenholzer. Of course, his wife, Libby Budenholzer, a Holbrook legend as well. And then their youngest child, Mike Budenholzer. We all know Mike, graduate here from Holbrook High School and a multi-NBA Coach of the Year, once with the Atlanta Hawks, once with Milwaukee. He last coached in the NBA for the Phoenix Suns. We all know that, year before last. And Mike is maybe as well known as anybody that's ever come out of this part of the state, the things that he has done and accomplished. But we got the news from the superintendent here, Dr. Korporich. Here just a moment ago, there was a moment of silence. The news was given that Vince Budenholzer passed away this previous weekend. And boy, what a run for one of Holbrook's great citizens. Not only a great coach who won a state championship with the Roadrunners as a head coach, but boy, he and his family did so much, left such an indelible impression upon the community of Holbrook. I got the privilege of having him as a teacher and athletic director when I was a student at Holbrook High School, and Vince Budenholzer was one of the all-timers, one of the greats. And every time Mike would be given some accolade or attention, he always deferred to his dad, always deferred to Coach Bud, because that, to Mike, the real Coach Bud, was his father, was Vince. And I don't remember how old Vince was. I think he was 95 or 96. But what a special, special person, special man. And he did recently, this past weekend, he passed away. Now back here at Holbrook High School at halftime, the Roadrunners, the Lobos, and the first round of the 3A state playoffs were tied at 28 apiece. The Roadrunners led in scoring in the first half by Travis Baya, doing Travis Baya things inside, getting offensive rebounds when he's not supposed to, putting them back in, turning them into points when he's not supposed to, and also 3 for 3 at the foul line. He leads Holbrook scoring with 9 points. A pair of Roadrunners have hit a pair of threes each. Braylon Tolliman and Manny Guerrero have 2 3-point baskets each. They each have 6 points in the game. Manny Rico with 4 points. Amari Nelson has 3 points. For the Snowflake Lobos, their high point man is Landon Clare. 11 first half points for Landon, including he hit a 3-point basket. Also out there, Jet Udall with 9 points. Those are 3 threes for Jet Udall. Gian Jones with a pair of threes has 6 points in the game, and Liam Brewer with 2 points. And what I find surprising is at halftime, Snowflake actually has more threes than Holbrook does. I feel like Holbrook's right on pace for what I think they have to win this game. I think they've got to hit 10 or more threes overall in the game. They've got 5. Snowflake's got 6, and that I find a bit of surprise. Maybe 3. I would have expected about 3 for the first half, but you watch on your replays there, Jet Udall hitting one of the 3 that he made. And they have been hot, Snowflake, and that brought them back from a substantial deficit in that first half. That's your halftime report, everybody. Second half on the way in this first round playoff game in 3A playoffs. Winner of this plays on Friday night. More on all that in the bracket coming up. We'll get the second half going in just a bit and return you to Northland basketball after we wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. Back to the action right after this. Stand by, everybody.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so, so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best.
fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Let's get this second half underway, everybody. Welcome back in to Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. Tonight here in Holbrook, the number 7 seeded Roadrunners taking on the number 10 seed, the Snowflake Lobos. They have played multiple times this past basketball season, and it has been interesting between them. The first time they met was on December 18th. At Snowflake, the Lobos won that game 62-40. Then in another 3A East Region game on January 9th, Snowflake came here to Holbrook, and the Roadrunners held on to win 48-47. And by the way, in that matchup, Snowflake had their opportunities. First of all, they had the lead with about 20 seconds left, and they threw a long inbound pass into backcourt that was intercepted by, it wasn't intercepted, it was knocked out of the hands of the Snowflake player by Travis Baya. And end up being that Holbrook was able to take the lead, and then Landon Clare at the foul line missed 2 free throws right in the closing seconds that would have put them ahead. Missed both of them. As you watch this pass go inside, Amari Nelson capped the bucket, and he gets a foul out of it. And that gets the Holbrook fans going early here in the third quarter. It's the second foul of the game on Jaron Woodside. And an and-one opportunity for Amari Nelson. Dare I jinx the Roadrunners, who were perfect at the foul line in the first half, 5 for 5? I did not jinx them. No such a thing as the broadcaster jinx, at least not with this guy. Not on this night. Inside for Snowflake, Woodside too strong. Rebound Travis Baya. Roadrunners going to work with the ball and a 3-point lead here early on in the second half. Back into Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. I am Floyd Simmons. Reverse action, and Amari Nelson misses. But there's the guy. Scooping it up, offensive rebound, put back for Travis Baya, who's in double figures now with 11 points. I just don't know how he does it. And the thing is that Travis, that's how he scored all of his points. It's all been near the basket. Okay? And yet Travis is a guy that he'd like to be camped out. Well, I don't know if he'd like to be, because I think he likes what he's doing, but if you camp him out there on the perimeter, he can hit threes all day long too. He just doesn't take very many of them because he's got a job. He's got a role with this team. His role is somebody got to get those boards. Somebody's got to get those offensive rebounds. So why not let it be that guy who is shorter than everybody on the floor for Snowflake right now? And it doesn't matter. Just simply doesn't matter. He's still going to get the rebounds. He is still going to get offensive putbacks. He is still going to help keep Holbrook in games with play against much bigger guys. Here is Amari Nelson trying that baseline. Reversed out. Now get the pass outside. Manny Rico to Braylon Tolliman. Stops and back out. And they say the jab step too soon for Amari Nelson. Holbrook's starting 5 out here in the second half include Manny Guerrero, number 10. Manny Rico, number 11. Amari Nelson, number 15. Also Braylon Tolliman, number 5. And finally, number 23. The biggest, the more basketball player, pound for pound, inch for inch, Travis Baya, number 23. Good defense. Manny Guerrero in the face of Jet Udall. Holbrook fans resoundingly approve of the turnover on the 5-second call. There's Manny with that great defense. Snowflake starters out there. Landon Clare, number 0. Gian Jones, number 5. Jacob Leduc, number 11. Jet Udall, number 20. And Jaron Woodside, number 14. For their head coach, Matt Smith. A little weave going on outside. And Nelson wants to try test Woodside. Kicks it wide open, but the shot no good for Rico. Snowflake has the rebound. Come the Lobos, and they're going to bring in their first sub here in just a moment. We're going to get a hand check. And the guy that committed that foul is Guerrero, his second foul of the game for the Roadrunners. So Holbrook is the number 7 seed in the tournament. There goes Guerrero. I think he wears braces, which of course, enhances your ability to get your lips cut up a little bit. Inbound for Snowflake. So the Roadrunners, they're coming off of a Copper State tournament loss. They lost to Santan Charter. A game that was not close at all. Snowflake fight for the rebound. That'll be Holbrook's basketball. Prior to that, the Roadrunners have reeled off 3 straight wins, twice over Blue Ridge, once over Alchesay. Now, that Alchesay win, well, let's just face it, all 3 of those wins were just massive Holbrook wins. And prior to that, they had lost to Alchesay back on January 27th and preceded that with 5 straight wins. So the Roadrunners have had a great end to their year. I'm sure would have preferred a much different outcome against Santan Charter than to lose 67-33, but they were only down by 12 at halftime. And I know they felt like that was some sort of a moral victory considering the kind of, get another travel on Holbrook, considering the kind of program that Santan Charter is. It's your classic, monstrous, highly talented charter school that has their pick of athletic talent. Unlike the public schools and especially the rural schools. Jones stops at the foul line. Udall will work that baseline. No good. Tips out off of Leduc. And the Roadrunners in front by 5. In front by 5 will inbound the ball and see what they can do here on this possession. The Roadrunners, shooting percentage is everything for them. And I'm honest when I say I'm a little bit surprised that the Roadrunners have not hit more threes in order to have this lead, to gain this lead over the Snowflake team. Holbrook the higher seed. And part of the reason for that, an 18-9 overall record as you get a little pick and roll. Feed the bounce pass to Travis Baya. Just fundamental basketball. And the Roadrunners grow a 7-point lead. And we'll see if that will stick. Follow. Couple of follows. No good for the Lobos. Braylon Talaman with the fancy dribbling. Up the floor he goes. Outside. And this is Brady Basenti on the floor for the Roadrunners. Unable to make that shot. And Snowflake says, give me a timeout. I gotta have a timeout! Down by 7 here in the third quarter. 3A state playoff basketball. This is Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. These guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
And there's a nice putback by Jet Udall for Snowflake. He goes into double figures. He's got 11 points in the game. Joins Landon Clare with the high point total for Snowflake so far in this one. Roadrunners, 5-point advantage. Well, here in Holbrook, kind of everything's smaller. The gym is smaller. The lineup is smaller out there on the floor. And the student section is smaller. It's a small student section, but it's a great student section. They are just active and making a ton of noise. Maybe we'll get a shot at them coming up in a moment. Snowflake gets it. A second basket unanswered. Start trim that lead that the Roadrunners own right now. It's back down to 3 points. Well, we get a timeout out there on the floor here with 1:59 remaining in the third quarter. We'll step aside for that timeout as well in our broadcast. Stand by, everybody. It is Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Minute 45 remaining here in the third quarter of this playoff showdown. Third time these teams have met each other this season. Brady Vicente outside Amari Nelson, who's been called traveling a couple times. Did not get called on that last one, and the Roadrunners did release. I thought the release was away before a shot clock violation, but the official says, no, it doesn't matter. Snowflake had the rebound anyway. We've got 92 seconds remaining. Jaron Woodside returning for Snowflake. Roadrunners have gone, I think, about 7 deep on the bench. And that's about it. Coach Johnson going with his primetime guys. Attack the baseline, off the glass, count the shot from Landon Clare. Guy that got him was Braylon Tolliman. 2 fouls on Braylon in the game. Tried to stay with him. Yep. It's a really good call on the contact drawn by Clare, and it really felt like Clare was job 1 was get the contact. Job 2, make the bucket, and he did both jobs really well and added a third job by capping off the three-point play, and 7 unanswered points. Finally, Holbrook has an answer on the drive by Amari Nelson. But it was 7 straight points scored by Snowflake to tie the game. We are back to a Holbrook lead here with 58 seconds remaining. Third quarter. Clare around right side. Irvin King back to the top. Clare drives, dishes, and shot block. Braylon Tolliman timed it well, as you see the student section for the Roadrunners giving their approval for the defensive play by Tolliman to reject Liam Brewer. Inbound to Liam, ball is loose, and Travis Paya has it. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Boy, this fourth quarter coming up, it's going to be a doozy, isn't it? It's going to be a great final 8 minutes of basketball. Nelson trying to work to a shot, and he comes up short. Tried to get that over the top of Brewer, couldn't do it. This ball knocked out, and they say it was Liam that got hands on it last. Take a look. Gets knocked loose there, and that official nailed it. Brewer got the hands on it last. Holbrook with the inbound. 10 seconds. And no shot clock, of course. 5 seconds. Got to attack. Nelson wants it. Fades. Blocked by Brewer. What a great way to end the quarter. I mean, you like to see shots go in, but a big defensive play right there, setting up a dramatic fourth period. Coming up next, everybody stand by. Holbrook by 2. This is Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best.
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Thank you to Sholo Ford for their sponsoring partnership with Northland Basketball. Big thank you to Holbrook Family Dentistry. Great partners, great friends of ours, located right here in Holbrook. They serve the Navajo Nation, and they serve areas here on the Interstate 40 corridor. Holbrook, Winslow, other areas, Joseph City. Here's a shot attempt from the angle right side. No good for Jones, but the game is tied thanks to a foul by Liam Brewer. Liam's got his second field goal of the game. We're tied at 37. Who's it going to be? Who gets to move on to the next round of the 3A state playoffs, the second round, which is the quarterfinals? He played at the home of the highest seed. Rico drives, fouled by Brewer, who does not love the call. The officials will have a conference, and they're going to say 2 shots. 2 shots on the Liam Brewer foul. It's only his first foul of the game, but obviously the penalty is, two free shots here for Manny Rico. That's really what Brewer was objecting to and did not feel like he made contact. And that's the first foul shot miss in the game by the Roadrunners. They were 6 of their first 6 in this one. And by the way, after the great three-point shooting in the first half that electrified this crowd, Snowflake hit 6, Holbrook hit 5. Nobody hit a 3 in the third quarter. The scoring quieted down a lot, and there's a miss at the foul line. Wow. Holbrook outscored Snowflake 9-7 in the third quarter. I mean, I don't know if it's defenses shutting people down. I don't know if the shooting went cold. I hate halftime, by the way, when teams are shooting really well in the first half, and you've got to go into halftime. It just seems like they always come out and they're cold as ice. Snowflake's going to get an inbound in the quarter. I don't like halftime. I think we ought to get rid of halftime. That's what I say. Or make halftime a lot smaller. Here's the long inbound to Gian Jones. Snowflake controlling. Let's see if they can grab a lead right here in this fourth quarter. And they do! What a shot by Landon Clare. That's going to be a highlight to remember. And he opens up the fourth quarter scoring. He's got 16 in the game now for the Lobos. And they are in front 39-37. Manny Rico out there on top. Amari Nelson now with the ball. Here is Brady Basenti, who's checked back in for Delmar Johnson and the Roadrunners. Nelson trying to beat the defense of Gian Jones, and he does. It's a great job, great shot by Nelson. Snowflake. See if they can break the tie. Brewer, turnaround. His shot is no good. Knocked out. Snowflake has it. Tied 39s, everybody. This is what you wanted to see. Playoff basketball. Great job. Protect the basketball. Behind the back dribble. And a foul. Foul by Travis Baya. 3 fouls on Travis now with 5:49 remaining in regulation. First team foul of the quarter. Snowflake's got 1 as well. Timeout. Count is 3 apiece. And speaking of threes, Jet Udall has his 4th 3 of the game. And he showed the crowd the 3 signal after the make, and he's got 14 points now for the Lobos. They're in front, 42-39. Vicente dribbles at the top. Tolliman now for the Roadrunners. Hesitation. Penetration, nothing there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Baya, right side. Rico, got to pull the trigger. Got to shoot it. He gets it away, and the shot no good. And the official says time ran out first. Says it wasn't going to count anyway. There appears to be no buzzer associated with the shot clock here at Holbrook High School. Inbound, and Gian Jones will work the ball into front court. Swing it around to Gian on the angle left side. Offensive foul, that'll be a moving screen. Good call. Woodside was active with the feet there. Can't do it. 3rd foul of the game. And when we get a chance, camera guy, I want you to show a shot if you can. See, you're right near the entrance where we loaded in over there on that side of the field. One of you guys show us a tight shot down there next to Dr. Korporich. Because there's a gentleman there that I want to acknowledge. As you watch Amari Nelson lean his way in and have to send it back out. 3-point Snowflake advantage. Manny Rico. And he goes by Landon Clare. Great job. Very fast. The fast twitch. Muscles working well as he blew by Clare for the points. And now Landon in the paint throws it away. Holbrook fans love it. Okay, the man sitting down right there with the glasses. Gerald Hancock. And legendary official and for a long time youth sports coach here in the Holbrook area. But Gerald Hancock is in the house, everybody. And you might know his son. Paul Hancock is an official and very well known. Who knows? Paul's been at it so long. He might join his father in the Arizona officials. I don't know the name of the organization, but Arizona Officials Hall of Fame. So before the game, I ran into Gerald. As you watch that long pass go out of bounds, the Holbrook fans are loving it. And they get the ball back here, down by one with just under half remaining of the 4th quarter. Real quick, I ran into Gerald before the game. I said hello, and I greeted him. I said, "Hey, Hall of Famer, how you doing?" So we get an offensive foul on the Roadrunners. So on Manny Guerrero, I said, "Hey, Hall of Famer, how you doing?" And he was very humble about it. And his daughter standing right next to him, right there in the black. His daughter says, "What? What are you talking about?" She goes, "I said he's in the Hall of Fame." She said, "Wait a minute, what? Wait, am I supposed to know that?" It was a fun moment. And it just shows you, the humility of Gerald Hancock. Not bragging about it, not at home, not anywhere, but deserving of it. And back to the action with 2:59 remaining in regulation. This awesome 3A state playoff game. Ball tipped, Snowflake will have it. People falling like pins out there. And that's a huge shot from the corner. Liam Brewer connects for the Lobos. They have a 45-41 lead. And a miss and a Amari Nelson foul as he runs into Landon Clare. It'll be the third team foul now. Watch Brewer. Splashes it. And Snowflake is in front by 4. Brewer again with the ball. Jed Udall. Back outside. Brewer open, wide open, but the shot is a little bit short. And it's Travis Baya battling Woodside for the rebound. Travis just a technician at getting position. This three is going to rim out, but Holbrook will not get it back. Up the floor, 2-on-2 for Snowflake. Claire spins. The overshoot, but Woodside is there. And a timeout from the Snowflake bench. How about this one in the fourth quarter, everybody? Stand by. It's Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare, right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Can't say thanks enough to our friends like Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for their partnership with us here at the Sports Zone, helping us bring you this action, and a huge thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center. They will work with us at the Sports Zone to present the Sports Zone Player of the Game at the end of our broadcast, and just like that, the fourth whistle on Travis Baya with 1:53 remaining. Now Travis has got to back down. Now Travis has got to be careful. The Roadrunners cannot afford to lose number 23 in these final now 98 seconds. Actually, it's 108 seconds. Here's, beautiful. Landon Clare with the assist. Jaron Woodside with a huge bucket. Snowflake has a 6-point lead. Manny Rico blowing by his defender. Shot good. Timeout Holbrook. We stay right here with a 4-point Snowflake lead. These teams seen each other for a third time this season. And the last time they played right here on this floor, early January. And we talk about it's a 1-point win for the Roadrunners in that game. And Snowflake, to close it out, had opportunities. They had a couple of foul shots that would have put them in front in the closing seconds, and they missed both foul shots. They also had a chance to make a little bunny, we call it, a little kind of layup, inside basket, high percentage shot. They had that right at the buzzer and couldn't make that shot either. So these teams split their 3A East region games. Now they get this matchup in the first round of the 3A state playoffs. Whoever wins moves on to the quarterfinals on Friday. Jed Udall. Now Snowflake can, if they choose, try to burn a bunch of clock. They're going to get it stolen. Amari Nelson, a great job. And a 2-on-1. The shot is good for Brady Basenti. And we've got a 2-point game. Holbrook's defense, relentless out there. And another steal coming in from behind. Manny Rico makes that play. The Roadrunners can tie. Just under a minute remaining in regulation now. And a Holbrook defense. Basenti. Now Manny Rico. Amari Nelson lets it fly to try to beat the shot clock. And in a rare second effort miss. Travis Baya could not get this game tied right there. Got the rebound, couldn't put it back, and his hands go to his face. He frustrated. He knows he had a great opportunity right there. And a timeout taken with 27.1 seconds remaining. Snowflake in front by 2. This is what you bargained for. This is what you wanted in this first round playoff matchup. Winner of this game plays either Payson or American Leadership Academy West Foothills. Payson is the 2 seed. Foothills is the 15 seed. They're playing right now. If Payson wins, they will host tonight's winner of this game. If ALA West Foothills wins, then the winner of this game will host them on Friday. Payson got the 2 seed. Obviously a pretty good season for the Payson Longhorns. You end up with that. We saw Payson one time this year, was early in the season. The Longhorns lost at Show Low. After a great first half, they did not play well in the second half, but that's like early December. I mean, that's so long ago. Teams have changed a lot since then. I mean, massive changes. Payson's season overall, 24-7 record. 24-7, number 2 seed in the 3A state tournament. We've got 20 seconds here remaining. Braylon Tolleman and guys making contact on Gian Jones in front of the bench, and that is going to be bonus time. And they say foul committed by number 23, Travis Baya. He fouls out with 16.7 seconds left in the game. It's going to be up to the rest of his guys. But first, it's up to Gian Jones to try to make this a 2-possession game. No bigger foul shots in the young life of Gian Jones. And that loud Holbrook crowd may have had some impact on that. Not just because they're loud, the sound waves might have affected that basketball. Two big misses, rebound Holbrook. And the Roadrunners will call a timeout into front court, leaving them with 1 timeout remaining. Snowflake has 1 timeout. And it's coming down to the wire here in Holbrook, everybody. We can't leave, can't take a timeout, can't risk being gone and missing the return here for these final 12 seconds. We're just going to stay here and ride out the timeout, everybody. What a game, what a night. Travis Baya fouled out of the game for the Roadrunners just seconds ago, leaving the team with 13 points scored in the game. His teammate Amari Nelson has 10 points, and I would say Amari is the guy you're going to in these final seconds. If you're the Roadrunners, you're going to run a play for Amari. Try to see if you can get him inside, get this game tied up, and see if you can get to overtime with Snowflake. Will you take a wide open 3? Of course you will. You'll take that shot. If I'm Coach Johnson, and he is way smarter than me and a much better coach than I will ever be, if I'm Coach Johnson, I am sending it inside to Amari Nelson. That's what I'm doing. See if we can tie this game, go to overtime. Snowflake is led tonight in scoring by Landon Clare, 18 points. Jet Udall has 14 points to complement that. But right now for Snowflake, it's all about what kind of defense can we play in these now. Final 10 seconds. Nelson challenging Gian Jones. Spin. Inside. Shot good. We're tied. Snowflake will have a last shot and miss it. It's overtime, baby. It's overtime in the 3A state playoffs. Go ahead and count the steps. If you're a Snowflake fan, you see traveling right there. If you're a Holbrook fan, that's as clean as it gets, right? We'll grab a timeout, look at that again on the other side. This is Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch healthcare. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
Well, how does overtime sound, everybody? Welcome to the extra stanza here at Holbrook High School. And the Roadrunners take the ball away. They've got it to start this overtime period. Tied at 47. These teams battling for an appearance in Friday's quarterfinals. Manny Rico for the Roadrunners. Drives. Yeah, he got himself in between. It was ill-advised. Jaron Woodside rejects his shot. Snowflake goes to work with the basketball. And I don't know about you, but it feels to me like overtime periods are so fast. The 4 minutes just flies by as you get bodies flying everywhere after that play. And Gian Jones on the attack. The shot is good for Gian. He's in double figures now, 10 points in the game for Jones. Snowflake back in front. How about the defense by the Roadrunners in the final minute of this game of regulation? Two great defensive plays, two steals. And then, I don't know, man, maybe I need to think about filling one of these open coaching positions out there somewhere, because I made the perfect call. Get the ball to Amari. Do a little ISO with Amari Nelson to close out the fourth quarter to get the game tied, go to overtime. I called it, didn't I? Here's the drive, and the nice floater is in. The one-hand push shot good for Landon Clare. Snowflake jumps out to a 4-point overtime lead. The energy here at Tony Munoz Gymnasium, Buttonholzer Court, has been phenomenal tonight. Drive and lost, and touched by Snowflake out of bounds. Tolleman trying to get to the basket. Four points. Snowflake the advantage. Can they hold that advantage? Inbound to Manny Rico. Steps back, and Liam Brewer with that, I mean, you might as well call him Stretch Armstrong or something like that. This guy has such reach. And from, what was he, 4 feet away, 5 feet away, he blocks that shot of Manny Rico. Nelson with the defense on Jones. Well, a make right here for Snowflake. A successful possession will be such a dagger to Holbrook. Udall jump shot, no good. Got it back. Outside. Brewer. His shot, no good. Jones the rebound. And it's out of bounds to Holbrook. Roadrunners escape. The multiple opportunities right there. Brady Vicente slow in getting up after crashing to the floor for the Roadrunners, but they'll get him on his feet. He does not want to miss this final 119. And those opportunities Snowflake had there, I've got to believe if Travis Baya is on the floor. By the way, Vicente did have to leave now. He was banged up, and so he is replaced by Guerrero. If Travis Baya is out there on the floor in the paint there on defense for the Roadrunners, I just don't think Snowflake gets 3 chances like they did. But Travis fouled out. And his teammates doing everything they can without their leader. Manny Rico outside to the corner. Guerrero wide open, and the shot is just off the mark. Holbrook could not hold that chance for the offensive rebound. Jones to Claire. And a little trouble on the rebound, on the dribble, but able to finally control, and Holbrook will take it away. Up the floor, Nelson could not get it. He was too far under. 27 seconds. Looking better all the time for the Lobos right here. Right side, Udall, Brewer. Snowflake says, give me a timeout. They're going to take their final with 15.6 seconds left. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry about that. I thought I saw Coach Smith asking for timeout when they blew that whistle. It's a foul, obviously. Manny Guerrero foul. Snowflake will, make the foul shot. Closer and closer to advancing to the next round. 21 Landon Clare points in the game. Money right there. And Snowflake is 6 points ahead with 15.6 seconds left. It is going to be tough. I'm just trying to find out what's going on. Is there a timeout or not a timeout? Both teams were going to their respective benches as if a timeout was called. No timeout. No timeout taken. Roadrunners need to get a couple of threes right here. They got to hit a shot, and then they've got to, there's Rico, and he gets blocked. Liam Brewer has had a great game defensively, especially in the second half, blocking numerous Roadrunner shots. That was huge. And to the foul line go the Snowflake Lobos to ice this game. Fans are starting to leave with a 6-point advantage, and Landon Clare to see if he can close it out. Although, frankly, it's already closed. Clare makes one of those. Doesn't really matter. 7-point advantage. Snowflake is going to advance. Snowflake wins the game. The Snowflake Lobos are going on to the quarterfinals on Friday. What a game. Overtime here in Holbrook. Such an effort by the Roadrunners. Not enough in the tank at the end of it all. And we will announce now the Sports Zone's player of the game. Is there any question that it's the guy wearing number 0 out there? Is there any question, anybody? 23 points in the game. Landon Clare. And there were other guys. I mean, Gian Jones had a solid game. Jet Udall was absolutely ripping the cords, hitting big-time threes in the game. He scored 14 points. And you know, for his defensive effort, especially down the stretch, Liam Brewer hit a big fourth-quarter three that was a part of his team's success late in the game. Just a ton of blocked shots for Liam Brewer in this game. And right down there in the stretch, helped close it down defensively for the Snowflake Lobos. But our Sports Zone player of the game is the high point man and the Mr. Everything for this Lobo team. A guy who scored 5 points in the overtime period. In fact, he scored 5 of their 7. When it mattered most, you could not deny Landon Clare. 23 points in the game. For Landon, we'll see if we get a chance to talk to him. They're taking the team to the locker room. And we'll get him. There he is, right there. What a night for Snowflake in one of the tougher venues you're going to find to try and win a game on the road. Here, Budenholzer Court, the Yost Gymnasium. Well, the final score in this overtime victory for the Snowflake Lobos in the first round of the 2026 3A state playoffs. Final score, Snowflake 54, Holbrook 47. And welcome into our postgame wrap-up, everybody. I'm Floyd Simmons, and the guy joining us now on your screen is the Sports Zone's player of the game, Landon Clare. Picks it up after a brilliant game played by Landon, but a great win for Snowflake. Congratulations, Landon.
Thank you.
Tell me how it feels. Get this win. Play it here at Holbrook. Tough place. You got a little revenge. Some personal revenge for
sure.
You made up for some things with this win tonight. Tell me about it.
Well, I feel like I got robbed for player of the year. My stats were obviously better, but they didn't give it to me, and I showed them why I should be the player of the year, and our team should have won the region.
Boy, those are emphatic words right there. For you personally, the last time you played here at Holbrook, had a chance to win the game at the line. Didn't go your way. Just coming back from that, talking about overcoming those demons and playing the way you did. Tell me what that does for you.
My coaches just push me. Every time we shoot free throws in practice, they're yelling, they're screaming, so I can practice for environments like this gym.
It is loud here, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, was there anything else that compares quite like this experience at Holbrook?
No, I don't think I'll ever get this again.
Yeah. I'm trying to look to see who you guys are going to play on Friday. Payson or ALA West Foothills. And that score is not being reported. There was other ones reported. That one not being reported. Looking ahead to what you think your team can do. There's so much athleticism on this squad. Some of that length showed up in a good way today. Boy, I tell you, Liam Brewer blocking shots down the stretch in that second half. That was huge. What do you think this team is capable of doing?
I think we can go on a huge run. I think we have a lot more potential than we think, and we can go on a huge run.
You can do it. You can do it. Listen, man, it was fun. I mean, you're going to remember this one for a really long time, man. What a special win for you, but, of course, for your entire team. As you move on to the next round then, what do you think the week is going to be like? What do you expect from Coach Smith? What do you think his message is going to be you going into the quarterfinals?
Hard practices and lots of film, and we'll come ready for whoever we're going to play.
Hey, congratulations. Well done. By the way, I can announce you're hosting on Friday night. You guys are hosting. ALA West Foothills has knocked off Payson. Final score was 72-70. You guys got a home game on Friday, big boy.
That's crazy, bro.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Go get them.
Appreciate it.
All right, Landon Clare, congratulations. He is our Sports Zone player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. How about that twist right there, huh? How about that twist? How about Snowflake gets to play home in the next round of the playoffs? That's huge. Huge, as ALA West Foothills has upset the Payson Longhorns, knocked out the number 2 seed. And that's next up for the Lobos this coming Friday night. Wow. That's big. That's big. Look back at the numbers real quick. Our high point man was our player of the game right there. Brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Landon Clare scored 23 points, and he led this team in so many different ways like he does. And he made no mistake and no bones about it, that he feels like he should have been the player of the year in the region. I don't know who was. I didn't get that announcement. I know it wasn't Landon, though. Jet Udall, 14 points in the game. Gian Jones scored 10 for Snowflake. Liam Brewer had 5 points and a lot of blocks. Might have had 5 or more blocks in the game. Jaron Woodside with 2 points for the Snowflake Lobos. On the other end of things, it's unfortunate for Holbrook. Travis Baya fouled out in the final seconds of the game, final minute of the game, and he left the floor with 13 points to lead the team in scoring, but was not around for that overtime period. Amari Nelson played great, and he's the guy that sent this to overtime with that last-second basket that he made to be a part of his 12 points in the game for Holbrook. Manny Rico, 8 points. Braylon Tolliman and Manny Guerrero each had 6 points, and Brady Pacenti with 2 points. The Roadrunners, well, unfortunately, they didn't get near where I thought was the over-under on them. They had to hit a bunch of threes, I felt like it. I felt like they had to hit at least 10 threes to win this game. They had 5. They were on pace in the first half. 5 3-point baskets. Did not hit one after the halftime break. Did not hit another 3-point basket. Went cold out there. I told you, I hate halftimes. They went cold. Snowflake did hit a pair of threes in the second half. And that was it. And they hit 6 in the first half. So both teams cooled off a lot in their shooting. But it was Snowflake holding on here. going to overtime and defeating the Holbrook Roadrunners 54-47. Before I leave, let me just look down the bracket and let you know who we know did win in the first round of the boys' playoffs here, the first round of the 3A state playoffs. Palo Verde Magnet, they beat, they got a bye. Sorry about that. Florence got a win. They defeated Thatcher 88-80. Coolidge knocked off Winslow 76-60. ALA West Foothills has defeated Payson 72-70 was the final score in that. And then the final for our game here tonight at Holbrook High School, the Holbrook Roadrunners have bowed out of the playoffs, and Snowflake gets a big win. Final score 54-47. You see it there on the screen. And we thank you for joining us, everybody, for this broadcast. Be paying attention for our next broadcast of the playoffs here at the Sports Zone. We'll let you know just as soon as we can where you can find us next. And we'll be thrilled to bring you that next upcoming broadcast whenever we do get that word out to you. I want to thank our entire broadcast team here at the Sports Zone for bringing this one to you, led by our producer, Derek Simmons. Our technical director, giving you all those great shots, those looks, those replays. Did a great job, Colby Maxwell, tonight. And on camera for us here at Holbrook High School, Big John Ulvestad. For the entire crew, my name is Floyd Simmons. Thanking you for joining us and reminding you to join us next time when we bring you more playoff basketball here, part of Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. Until then, God bless you. Be careful, be safe, stay warm. We'll see you again real soon with more basketball. Good night, everybody, from Holbrook High School.